Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jihan Arifah Husna. So today I would like to present about Bank Muamalat Indonesia, typically using the Islamic Banking Resilience Index. This presentation explains how we develop an early warning system to evaluate the bank financial resilience and identify potential risks before they become serious problem. The analysis covered the period from 2022 until 2025. So next, first we collect annual financial data from the Muamalat annual report. We need four important financial indicators. First, CR, which measure capital adequacy. Next, NPF, which measure financial quality. Next, FDR, which measure liquidity through financial activities. Next, ROA, which measure profitability. From the graph, we can see the CR gradually decreased, NPF increased significantly, while FDR and ROA remained relatively stable. So next. Since original data is annual, we need two more observations to build an early warning system. Therefore, we convert the annual data into monthly data using the cubic spline interpolation method in EViews. So this process produced 48 monthly observations from January 2022 till December 2025. This cubic spline method creates smooth transition between annual observation while preserving the original yearly values. Next. In this step, each financial indicator is assigned to a specific banking risk dimension. The R represents capital strength, NPF represents financial risk, FDR reflects liquidity and intermediation, ROA measure operational efficiency and profitability. These four indicators are then combined into one composite index that represents the overall resilience of Bank Muamalat. Next, the financial ratio originally have different units and scales. Therefore, we transform them into standard indicates. This makes every indicator comparable for combining them into one composite index. For NPF, the direction is converse because lower NPF indicates better performance. After this transformation, all indicators move in the same direction, where higher values represent better resilience. Next, selecting base year. We select the base year for each indicators. The base year is chosen based on the small standard deviation because it represents the most stable condition. This show in the table CR used 2024, FDR used 2023, NPF used 2025, ROA used 2024. So next, determining weight. After transferring the data, we assign weight to each indicators. The weight are based on the average variance. Indicator with larger variance receive greater importance because they contribute more information to resilience changes. For the chart, we can see that FR has the highest weight, followed by AOA, NPF, and finally CR. So next, index aggregation. In this step, all weight indicates are combined into one composite index. The formula shown here calculates the overall resilience score. Looking at the graph, the composite index declined from 2022 to 2025 to monthly to the increase in NPF. However, the index slightly improved in 2025, indicating some recovery in resilience. So next, factor analysis. To validate the weighting process, we applied analytical hierarchy process or EHP. The consistency ratio is 0.0544, which is below the acceptable threshold of 0.1. This means the weighting is consistent and reliable. The ranking also confirmed that FDR is the most influential indicator, followed by AOA, NPF, and CAR. Next, setting threshold. We calculate the threshold value. This threshold separates normal condition from potential risk condition. Using the total ratio matrix, we obtain an average threshold value of 5.175. This value becomes the basis for determining upper and lower warning limits. Next. Finally, threshold. At this stage, its indicators is compared with the threshold. If the indicator stays below the threshold, it receives decline 0, meaning the conditional is safe. If it exceeds, the threshold, it receives signal 1 indicating potential vulnerability. This monthly signal are the main inputs for the early warning system. Next is example model. Here we stage the model using the same historical data used to fold it. We applied one slide HP filter with several forecasting horizons. The purpose is to verify whether the model can correctly recognize historical financial patterns before predicting future conditions. Next is out of sample. After the sample base, we evaluate the model using data outside the estimation period. This step measured the model predictive ability, different forecasting horizon from 1 month to 24 months were tested to determine which performed best. Next is out of sample performance. This model performance was evaluated using 3 indicators: loss function, second is quadratic problem score, and last is N global squared bias. Lower values indicates better prediction accuracy. The results show the 24 months horizon provide the best overall predictive performance. Next, determining the optimal level in index value. Based on the model evaluation, we classified resilience into 4 categories. First, optimal, second, tolerant, then stagnant, and the last is vulnerable. These categories help us to understand whether the bank is operating normally or requires closer monitoring. So next, calculating the optimal level in real value. The index thresholds are then converted back into real financial ratio. This allows manager to interpret the result using actual banking indicator. For example, CR remains well above the regulatory minimum. FDR is relatively low, but indicating that financial activities are not fully optimized. NPS is approaching the regulatory limit, so financing quality should receive greater attention. Next, setting heat map. This heat map summarizes the bank's resilience facility. Throughout 2022 and 2025, the composite index remained within the tolerance zone. This means Bank Muamalat maintained adequate resilience. However, the continuous increase in NPF suggests that financial quality should be monitored carefully to prevent future deterioration. So next, the final research, Finally, it's table summarizes our evaluation results. Overall, the Islamic Banking Resilience Index that Bank Muamalat remained resilient during the observation period. The strongest indicator is FTR, while NPF remained the main source of potential risks. Therefore, improving financial quality and controlling non-performance financials should become management's priority to strengthen long-term resilience. So, that's all from me. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.